Gluten morning bread buddies, how are we doing? How has your week been? Let me know in the comments what the peak of your week has been. We're in Cork this week. We thought that actually this might be a bit of a stressful one because we did the 3 peaks and now we're pretty much in Cork straight away, and luckily we're feeling okay. There was a few days where we're feeling pretty achy and hairy, but so far it's turned out to be quite a nice thing coming here and doing this. The weather as well here seems to, like, we've lucked out again on weather. So we're just here for about 4 days. Lawrence has planned the whole trip. Let me get the itinerary and show you. So there's a few things that we wanted to do, and it's kind of like been the whole reason to come on this trip. But tonight we're going out for dinner. So we're in Cork for 1 night and we're going to a place called Goldie for dinner. Then we're driving tomorrow to Ballydehob to stay at a place called Native Cabins for 2 nights. And we're going to be doing this thing at Native where you go and do sea picking and then make food with all the sea herbs and hopefully things like cockles, snails, things like that, and you cook all of that stuff that you foraged. So we've got a couple of nights at Native and then we're back here pretty much. So really excited to just explore Cork. I've only been to Ireland once before. It was years ago when I was working for True Religion brand jeans at Bicester Village, and they had a store open up in Kildare, and they sent a bunch of us over there to open up the store, get it all ready, basically do all the merchandising for it, because one of my many jobs that I've had in my life is being a visual merchandiser. It's actually what I studied at college and how Lawrence and I met. So really excited to be back in Ireland, but also see a little bit more of it that I didn't get to see beforehand, because previously, like I say, we're just in Kildare at the Bicester Village, Kildare Village, there setting it all up and not actually getting a chance to explore Ireland for what it should have been explored. And also life right now is completely different to when I was in Ireland last time. I probably wasn't on the same kind of thought process of going for like nice dinners, things like that. I was probably more just going to pubs and places like that, which we are going to do on this trip as well. Very excited to go to some nice Irish bars, listen to some Irish music. Just gonna get ready now to go for dinner. Just a little bit of a freshen up because there's a few places that we want to try and hit up before. Really excited to bring you guys along. Should be a good one. We're staying at the Dede, and Lawrence is, I don't know why he was extra bougie and decided to book us room that we have, but we've got the junior suites, which was, how much was this a night?
349.
349 a night. I think maybe it was just one of the ones that was still available or something, or maybe he just felt like treating us. But let me give you a room tour. It's very nice, but something I will say, and I guess you can never account for this when you're booking a hotel, there is roadworks going on and it is quite loud. They even have earplugs next to the bed, so I wonder if that's because of the building work that's going on. It does look like a building is being renovated across the road, but you can never account for that. But anyway, this here is like a nice little like nook bit that I was just doing my makeup on, and then we flip you round. We have this cute sofa area, bed, and then through here, bathroom with a big shower and bathtub there as well. And then this here is the main space. So yeah, there is some like big construction work going on outside. You never know if that's going to be happening when you book a hotel. I do hope that the noise isn't going to be too loud and they don't start super early in the morning. We're just going to get changed and we're going to probably go to a place called the English Market to have a pint there before we go on for dinner at Goldie. Refreshed, ready to go out. This is APC bag that we bought together on a previous, did we buy it together on a previous vlog? Or maybe I definitely showed you guys before, but this APC bag, really rate it. It holds so much stuff and it's such a lovely pop of colour. This is Lawrence's APC shacket that he got in New York. Dress is Reformation. Needed to iron it, but don't have an iron or a steamer here. Also, it's 100% linen, and I really struggle with fabric against my skin. My skin is really sensitive. I can't wear things like alpaca wool. The only kind of jumper that I can really wear without it irritating my skin is cashmere, and linen really irritates my skin. But I love this dress so much. I think it's a really lovely day to evening dress. So does anyone have any tips? What can I do to make linen more comfortable? Is there a certain thing that I can wash it with to soften it? Maybe I just need to run it through the wash a few times because it is brand new. Anyway, Reformation dress and then H&M flats. Come to a very traditional Irish pub called the Chateau bar. The only thing with Cork so far is where the sunset is along the port, there's not a huge amount of places to sit and have a drink in the sun. So this place here, the guy at the bar was saying that they're one of the only places that get sun at this time, but then they don't get it when obviously the sun goes past this point. So it's good for now, but in an hour's time it won't be in the sun. So we've got their house lager. I actually asked for an IPA, and this is what was...
This is an IPA. It's not Pilsner Urquell, it's Irish IPA.
And then we also have some potatoes. I was
Come to Ireland if you don't get potatoes.
I was genuinely worried that because of like the places that we're going to, I was worried that we weren't going to have any potatoes. So this is ticking a box straight away. The cheese and onion flavour, very good, very nice. Good.
Happy with it.
Yeah, a nice little spot before we go for dinner. We're always looking out for like the better table, so when we sit somewhere and it wasn't our first choice, you just got our eyes peeled to see if something else better comes along. If you're in a restaurant, it's normally something like if a counter seat comes available, we'll always take whatever they've got to offer, but if a better one comes available, we'll go, can we sit there please? And a like, spot came up here, literally just across from where we are, but it's just going to be in the sun a tiny bit longer, so we jumped at the chance. Lawrence is going to give us a briefing now. I said this to Lawrence, because he plans so many of our trips, he should start giving me briefing chats. So he's going to give us a briefing chat about the whole weekend, what we're going to be doing, kicking off with dinner tonight.
So we're going for dinner at Goldie Restaurant by a chef called Aisling something or other. She was on Great British Menu a couple of years ago, so I found it through that, and it's almost half the reason why we came to Cork is to go to this restaurant, so I'm really excited about that. And we're just going to have a couple of drinks beforehand. We hired a car from the airport just now. Tomorrow we're going to drive down to the south of Ireland. We're kind of already in the south, but more south, the most southern bit of Ireland, near Baltimore, in a place called Ballydehob, and we're staying at native cabins. It's about an hour and a half drive, so we don't have to leave here particularly early. We can check out a couple of places for breakfast. Paper Boys is meant to be really good, and
the place that I have saved already, which is the Greeny Bakers.
Grumpy Bakers.
Grumpy Bakers.
And we're going to check out the English Market, which is over there, that's not quite open yet. And we're going to go to the Butter Museum as well, so we don't have to leave here very early. And the only thing we've got booked tomorrow is a restaurant called Chestnut, which is in Ballydehob, and that's a Michelin-starred restaurant. We've got a tasting menu.
Do you know how much that is?
It's €120.
Okay.
And there's a couple of pubs in Ballydehob, one called Levi's Corner House, there's Rosie's Pub, and there's also this pop-up wine bar called Lennox Goes West, which is only open like during the summer months, so that'd be interesting to go to. Ballydehob is like a really small village, but it's got all these cool places, and our guest house thingy is like 2-minute walk from the centre of town, so that'd be really great. So it's not a huge amount on tomorrow, that'd be really nice.
Also means that we'll be able to do that wine tasting along with the course and be able to like walk back.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time with places like that, you'll go to these like amazing restaurants and you'll have like a wine tasting like pairing thing with it, but someone's got to drive home or you're going to get a taxi, so to have somewhere where you can like walk there, that's quite nice.
Then on Saturday, another one of the main reasons I wanted to come, because we're doing a sea picking course with a guy called Max Jones. He has a company called Up There The Last. They do this amazing kind of back to nature, trying to keep traditional ways of living alive. So we're going to go cockling on the beach. It's called Crookhaven Beach. It's just about half an hour drive from where we're staying. So that's from 11 till 3, so we're going to pick loads of stuff from the beach and cook that and then eat it for lunch, which will be really interesting. And then there's a pub just down the road from Crookhaven Beach called O'Sullivan's Bar, so we can stop and have a pint of Murphy's and a crab sandwich there, which should be really
Tell
nice.
these guys what Murphy's is.
Murphy's is a stout, an Irish stout. In the north of Ireland, like near Dublin, everyone drinks Guinness, but down here in the south you'll either have Beamish or Murphy's. So Guinness is, I mean, it's still a thing, you can get it, but Beamish is like the stout.
It's their
people
version
drink.
of Guinness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a stout. So that's Saturday. We don't have anything planned for the evening, so I think we'll get back to Ballydehob and just have a couple more drinks in the bars around there. Maybe go back to that wine bar because it's got little nibbly...
Oh, is there small plates there?
Yeah,
Nice,
little nibbly
okay.
thing. It looks really cool.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, there's a farmer's market in School.
Oh, cute.
SCHULL for breakfast. There's also potential sunrise sauna that we can go to on Tragumna Beach.
That'd be nice.
And also potentially, depending on how we get on, we could have a swim in Lochine Lake. The main thing we're going to do on Sunday is we're going to Dede at the Customs House. It either has 2 Michelin stars or is the lunch venue of the restaurant that has 2 Michelin stars. I can't remember which one it was, so I booked these ages ago. But we're having lunch there, and it was on MasterChef last year. The finalists went there and cooked food and stuff. So I saw that and I thought, yeah, we're going near there, let's book that. And there's nothing booked for the evening, so we can have a nice lunch. There's another place called Bush's in Baltimore, which is like a cool old Irish pub that we can go to as well, and then go back again to Ballydehob and go back to the wine bar and have a few more pints. But also Native Cabins have just installed a hot tub.
Oh, cute.
So we can chill out in the evening,
Get
maybe
picky tea.
Eat some of the stuff that we've bought from the market, picky tea. And then Monday we have to travel back, but our flight's only at 8:30, so we only have to drop the car off at 6:30. So I thought, because it's not like Cork is far away from where we're going to stay, but it's an hour and a half drive, so let's leave a bit later and have the whole day, so we potentially can do some of the stuff that we didn't do on the Sunday. Like potentially there's a boat ride to a place called Cape Clear, which has goats, and you can buy goat milk ice cream.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is kind of fun.
Okay.
So potentially do that. And there's another place called James Turrell's Sky Garden, which is this kind of architecturally designed park, like open like space we can go and have a look at, which sounds quite fun. Nice and relaxed. There's really the only thing that I've got booked are Dede at the Customs House, the Up There the Last Thing, and restaurant Chestnut. So I've only booked 3 things, and the rest of it is kind of see what happens, which is really nice because there's lots of stuff starred, so we can take it easy.
Okay, that's our itinerary.
And that's loose.
And that's a loose itinerary. Hopefully you made it through that. Very excited. I'm really excited to see Picking Course. I think that's going to be really good. Hopefully a really good, more like rural experience of Ireland compared to if you were to go to Dublin or something like that. So this is us like connecting with nature side of Ireland instead of going and getting hooned on Guinness side of Ireland. So we're going to lap up these last few drinks and then head over to Goldie. We also met, so when we were checking into our hotel, the Dede, the general manager, she follows me on TikTok and she came over and said hello. We mentioned that we were coming to Goldie for dinner and she just waxed lyrical about it, right? She just said it was one of the most amazing things. Also the grumpy bakers, she also said was really good. It's nice to be able to like touch base with people on the ground and say, are these the right things that we're doing? And sounds like we are. Yeah, have these and then on to dinner. Okay, so we've done Lawrence's want for a drink, which is a pint at a classic pub. Now we're moving on to my want for a drink, which is a glass of wine at a wine bar. I'm excited for this place. I've got it saved and
It's nice.
we have lucked out with the weather, haven't we?
Yeah, for the last months or so.
All our trips have been really good. Okay, this is the place that I have saved and it is right on the river as well, and there's a little terrace there. All the tables are taken outside, but they're able to squeeze us in on the bar here, and nice little vibe in here. There's Lawrence. Happy with this? Yeah?
Sure.
A good medium between the two.
Yeah.
I've also just spotted this like on the bar in front of us, and it's like there's a nice chilled red there.
Loads of reds in here.
Going to get some of the saucisson and a couple of Gilders. So Lawrence has gone for the one that we saw, which is this one here, like a sparkling rosé-y vibe, and then this is the one here. I've gone for a glass of this one here, which is a chilled red. A little bit lighter, and it's got a little bit more of like a... I've said this before, I said it on the Glasgow Three Peaks vlog, last week's vlog, that it's got a little bit like a farmyardy taste to it. I quite like that with skin contact wines. I just think that it's quite different. It makes it taste a little bit less Ribenery and a little bit more interesting. This one here though, like really interesting. Yeah. These are the Gilders, so £6 for 2 Gilders. What else did we ask for? The saucisson, which I think is £5? £4.75 for some saucisson. There are nibbles there. That wine bar was nice, but it's a little bit tired around the edges, but I guess for Cork with naturalish wine bars, what you'd expect, I guess.
Quality of wine was good, the knowledge was really good, the saucisson was really good, but yeah, it just needs a bit of a zhuzh, I think.
I think sometimes our problem is that we come to places like this and we expect London standards when it isn't. I said to Lawrence, we wouldn't even have something like this where we live near to Milton Keynes. If I had a bar like that in Milton Keynes, I'd be very content and happy. So I think sometimes we just need to check ourselves, you know. All right, this is us, Goldie. We have a couple of nibbles here. This is the seaweed and herb potato crisp for £4.50. And then we have the Taiwanese fried fish nuggets, £5.50, which seems so expensive for that. That is a thimble. I feel like that's a bit pricey.
They're all caught from local boats and...
Yeah, fair enough. These are seaweed and herb potato crisps with the ranch. They're fine. In fact, they read a little bit better than they are. Could be a little bit more seaweedy in my opinion.
Very good.
Really good.
These I could take over.
Right, we have the oysters. These are the Rossmore rock oysters, which apparently come from the down the road, like 15 minutes away. Shiso vinegar granita and shiso oil, $10.80, but that's for 3, so I don't know how much we're going to be charged for 4.
Those oysters look plump.
They look so pretty. Look at those. Stunning. Next courses, I'm really intrigued by this. This is oyster pate. Literally never had this ever. Rossmere oyster pate, angel stout loaf, which is this guy. Looks great. Apple treacle, fennel and pickled dill stick, $11.50. So that's that dish there. Yeah, I'm really intrigued by this.
Dillisk is
like a remoulade, like slaw or something.
Dillisk is like a seaweed, so it's
okay.
Pickled dillisk is seaweed.
Right. And then this is the mussel dish. Shaoxing soused mussels, smashed cucumber, sesame and chili, €10.80. Next dish, pickled monk cheek sope with pickled red onion, salsa verde, $10.50. I think we're going to have to divide that in half and eat that one. This is the bhaji, pickled summer vegetable bhaji, garlic scape, rietta, hot sauce, and that's $11.50. I don't think I've ever seen a more like me dish. This is the codtail schnitzel, gherkin celeriac remoulade, soy cured egg yolk, caper noisettes, £12.50. Look at that.
Great.
Yeah, this has been really, really good. I would say that if you're to come here, book the counter seat and book downstairs rather than upstairs. We were originally seated upstairs and we were just like, the vibe here isn't great, it was just a little bit lackluster, and then they found us a table downstairs and you're like with the kitchen, the vibe's better, there's like more buzzy atmosphere, really good. These are the final main bits here. So this is the pan-fried measuring, courgette, chicken and miso butter sauce, £23.50, and then this, we've seen this before, this is on their Insta, this is like mashed potato and cabbage, which is the crush Corkhaven, baby potatoes and green cabbage, $6.50. I think that for $6.50 is very good value. Gluten morning, guys. Last night's dinner was so good. When I started talking about this, that we've definitely had better meals before, but we need to try and remember to put things into context with like the places that we are. It's not London, so there are certain things. I think the vibe in that place, a little bit, it's like 10 years behind the vibe. A little bit too much like velvet and things like that. I think we are being picky, but the food, what do you think of the food?
Some of it was really fantastic. Other ones slightly missed the mark a little.
Which ones do you think missed the mark?
The little chips at the beginning.
Oh yeah, they're like the seaweed crisps at the start. They're a little bit like, didn't really taste of much.
But that's quite a personal thing, because I don't really like.
No, but I love nori, and yeah. I thought that they weren't anything to write home about. Like I've had nori crisps from the Asian supermarket that have been 20 times better than that. So yeah, the crisps, agree with those.
Where was it that I had that strawberry thing the other day that was like the
oh,
best thing I've ever had?
You had the strawberry milkshake at Bleecker Burger.
Yeah, and that, like the strawberry dessert here was wonderful, panna cotta was really good, but the strawberry milkshake at Bleecker was better than the strawberry
sorbet thing. Yeah, just little things, I guess. It was still like a really lovely meal, and I do think, you know, this is one of the main reasons that we planned this whole trip. Lawrence, we saw the main chef on Great British Menu and we just thought, let's go here, let's experience her restaurant. I still think I'd recommend, but I don't think I'd return, because the food was really good, really interesting, but once you've done it, I feel like you've done it. That makes sense?
You know, they change the menu all the time.
Yeah.
The service was fantastic.
Service was great. They could have been a little bit more attentive. I think like the service was really good to start with our server, and then he almost left us and the chefs almost took over with, because our table was really close to the kitchen, so it was almost like our waiter didn't really need to be as attentive as he was, because the chefs were bringing over the dishes for us, but in turn that meant like things like if we wanted to top up of our drink, if we wanted a different drink, if we wanted more water, those things that come with a waiter rather than a chef were forgotten quite a bit. This is our spread that we've gone for. This is the sausage roll from the Grumpy Bakers. So we've got a sausage roll, £3 for that, which I think we'll reserve judgment until we tried it, but I think that's quite, well, €3, sorry. And that's quite expensive for that size. This here, I don't know how to pronounce this. It was a Queen Anne, which is a French pastry with blueberries on top, and then we've got this brown butter cookie as well, and then picked up a cortado from Paperboys. Had better pastries. The brown butter cookie was really nice, but I just feel like had better sausage rolls, had better like Danish kind of pastries. The loaves of bread looked really good there as well, so if you wanted a whole loaf of sourdough, I would recommend, but wouldn't necessarily recommend going out of your way to go to that one. We're going to go to the English market now, then we're going to do the Butter Museum, then there's a different market that has a sandwich shop called Tongue Tied and also a chicken place called Pollet Vous. So I think we're going to maybe have a little bit of early lunch at those spots there after we've done the English market and the Butter Museum. Kind of like the covered market in Oxford, if you've ever been to that, or a more local-ish version of Borough Market, I guess. It's like nice fresh food, produce. There's a nice stand with loads of cheese on as well, so if you wanted to get some Irish cheese, you could do that. Little like coffee shops dotted around as well, quite cute. I've had these kind of anchovies before with the chilli, they're so good. Oh, smoked kipper. Only ever get smoked kipper to cook when you're not in your own kitchen, because otherwise it stinks your own kitchen out. So when you're on holiday, if you see it, buy it and make it for breakfast, because then you won't have a smelly kitchen. We're gonna get some cheese and stuff. There's some like fennel sausage here and some buffalo cheddar. So that's the buffalo cheddar.
No.
That's the cheese stand that we were just at, Toonsbridge Dairy.
Never seen buffalo cheddar before. Really silky and
creamy.
Yeah.
But like subtle in flavour as well. Here is the Butter Museum. I don't think this will take us very long to look through this, but how cool does this look?
2 tickets.
2 tickets.
There's a little bit here where you can print your own butter wrapper. Lawrence has done his. We have come to the Marina Market. I was recommended to come here to Pollet Vous, so we're going to go for the Taiwanese fried chicken. There's also tater tots, so we get some tater tots. Definitely more on like the cooler vibe of some of the other places that we've been to. There's so many food vendors here, so if you like that kind of food hall like stand situation, there's pizzas, burgers, so really worth checking this place out. I've never seen this before, but look, there's this rotisserie chicken stand here. That is genius. That, in like a food market like this, that's such a good idea. Imagine if you were with a bunch of friends, a load of beers, although we haven't seen any beers here. I wonder if there's like no drinking license, because we haven't seen anything alcoholic yet. Not that we need anything, but I do think it's one of those spots that would be really good to come to if you're with a big group of people and you want a few drinks, a few little bits of food. But yeah, imagine if you got a whole rotisserie chicken. They're putting it into salads, but I can imagine a whole rotisserie chicken, and then if they sold the things to be able to build your own sandwich, like some focaccia, some pickles, a little bit of salad to go in it, delicious. So this is actually recommended by someone called the Cork Foodie. I'll link her account below. So she very kindly sent over these recommendations for Pollet Vous. She didn't say anywhere else in this market actually. She only mentioned Pollet Vous, and we're going to walk to the black market after this to go to the sandwich shop, which is called Tongue Tied. Got the Taiwanese schnitzel, a little bit of slaw. This is the Szechuan glaze that we asked to have separately, and some kimchi mayo. Tater tots. I've just gone for a Sprite, and Lawrence has gone for a Club Rock Shandy.
I've never seen before, I'm quite excited about it. It's got real bits in it.
It's like your favourite one. The best bits of orange and the best bits...
Yeah, Orangina.
Orangina.
The best bits of oranges and the best bits of water.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, that tastes like an Orangina. That's delicious. This is delicious. What do you think about the Pollet Vous?
Yeah, really good. I haven't tried anything else in there, but some of the other things look pretty nice as well. So many options. There's probably 30 different food vendors in there doing all sorts of different stuff.
I feel like these could have a little bit more flavour to them, but as far as like tater tots go, really delicious, like crispy, but still kind of like moist and fluffy on the inside. A really lovely Taiwanese fried chicken, really nice. Good spot this, really recommend. We're going to wolf these down and then go over to the black market. Look at this. This is the bada bing. That was €11. This looks so good.
What you want from a Dede sandwich?
That's literally, when I say I want a sandwich, this is what I want. I think it's ciabatta.
It's like slightly toasted. Lettuce, provolone, salumi, ham, and then mayo.
The guys there, so nice, really engaged. I think with all these things, because we love food so much, it's really nice to also have conversations with people that are really passionate and happy to chat with us and geek out a little bit, because we can be a bit like that. We will ask lots of questions, and it's nice when people don't like shy away from that, you know.
And one of the guys who started this used to work with Aisling at Goldie, so you know it all comes. And we said we're going to Ballydehob, and they were like, "Oh, the scene down there is great. There's a Michelin-star restaurant." And I was like, "Yeah, we're going there tonight." So yeah, it's good.
You find with some of these places that they're quite incestuous. People do tend to like know each other as well, and yeah, it's just really nice. It's nice when you find that little community in a place that you didn't even really discover before, and Cork is obviously that, because there's so many little places that are of the same vibe that they're all going to know each other. Yeah, it's quite good. That is incredible. Such a well-balanced sandwich, super fresh ingredients, brilliant, really, really good. Really recommend. Tongue-tied. Very happy with this. Content with that though.
Very
Delicious. We've arrived at Native. This place is so nice. This is our little outside area bit. They've got these all around the place. These are really nice. Look like they'd be uncomfortable, but really comfortable chairs. Really nice. Especially with like a shearling, like sheepskin over them. And then through here, this is our room. Lovely bed, big bed as well. Oh, let me show you this book, because this, I think is like the most me book, unless if it's like a bread book, but this here, collection of stories and recipes. Some of the recipes at the back look really good. There's like a really interesting egg mayo sandwich that I saw. Love that. Nice little coffee station. They've given us a couple of vouchers where you can go get a coffee in pretty much any one of the coffee shops in the town with these, which is really useful. But there is also a little filter coffee thing there. See if we can work that out tomorrow morning. We're not sure what the minibar situation is, because there's no prices anywhere, but some of these products look really good. Apparently these biscuits are delicious and they've been discontinued. So we'll just have to ask them what the situation is with those. And then through here, we have the bathroom. Really good rain head, shower head there. These products here, we've had these before. These are Heckles. Really beautiful products there. Also, all the communal areas are lovely too. We're going to pop out into town now, but I'll definitely show you the communal areas tomorrow when we have breakfast, because there's also a sauna and plunge pool.
$4.95 for 3 nights.
Oh, $4.95 for 3 nights. That's really good.
Yeah,
really good. Breakfast is included. Really lovely. Might put on. Can I put your APC jacket on again? He has no choice. We've got a really nice dinner booked tonight. This is going to be a Michelin star dinner. There are a few places that Lawrence has saved in town as well. There was a wine bar, but unfortunately that's shut, which is a real shame, because you know us, we love a wine bar. It was a little pop-up one. We'll be able to go to some classic Irish pubs. That's kind of the plan for this evening before we go for dinner. It only seats like 17 people at the restaurant, so should be a really intimate 7-course tasting vibe. Going casual-ish, because I don't really know what the vibe of the restaurant's going to be like, and definitely the pubs are going to be a little bit more casual. So Lawrence's APC jacket again. This is a Zara knitted like t-shirt, H&M linen drawstring trousers, and then next slip-ons. And I'll take my pop of colour APC bag as well. Come into Levis's, which is a very popular pub here in Ballydehob. Got a little area there. There's going to be live music starting in about 10 minutes. Playing a little bit of Shithead.
What's that?
Do you know this game?
What is it?
It's called Shithead. We call it Shithead in England.
It's like a good little area outside. Let's say little area, a massive area outside. They've actually got this food truck thing on this weekend, but we're just going to be missing it by like one day. Really buzzy, good vibes, good atmosphere. We've just been sat here having a few drinks. So our dinner booking is really late. It's at like 8:45 because there is so little seats in there. They really stagger when you get your booking essentially. And you can hear as well, there's like other pubs that are playing Irish music, so you can just hear that music like playing in the background. The music never actually happened. I know there was like no reason for it. So fingers crossed we'll be able to see some music tomorrow night, Sunday night. Look at how buzzy it is out here. So many people just like spilling out onto the street. Okay, we're gonna go in. I'll check back in with you tomorrow because I feel like this is gonna be like quite quiet and fancy, so might not be the best kind of time to vlog. So I'll check in with you tomorrow and let you know how it goes. Good morning, guys. We are on our way to the sea picking course that we're gonna be doing, where we're gonna like pick loads of sea herbs, sea creatures. I don't know, like cockles. What are they? Winkles? Wickles?
Definitely cockles.
Definitely cockles.
And maybe like razor clams and winkles. And
Winkles, that's
stuff.
it.
I don't know, yeah, definitely cockles though.
Really excited for it. I think it's going to be such a fun day. It's like 11 o'clock until 2 or 3 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
How did you find this one?
Through the blog on Native Cabins website.
Yeah, that's actually something that's like really good. The Native Cabins, they have so much information on their website of like things that you can do, suggested activities, things like that. Also just like places to go to, things like that. And it's like such a beautiful day for it. The sun's shining, it's a tiny bit cloudy, lovely temperature. So we think it's going to be like the perfect time to do this. And last night, 7 courses. The food was brilliant, really good. There was one dish in particular, which was a blueberry dish. I'll put a photo of it here, as the dessert. It was just phenomenal. The flavours in it, I can't even remember now. We had the wine pairing, so had a few drinks.
Clove foam.
Clove foam.
With a bay leaf sorbet.
Yeah, like a bay leaf sorbet.
And then fresh blueberries from around here. They grow blueberries. And then it had like a burnt plum sauce, some sort of like cream.
Oh, it was a goat's cheese, cream cheese.
Thing underneath.
Yeah, one of the most beautiful combinations of flavours I've ever had. And this is what I was saying this to Lawrence about the Michelin Stars dinner, because I'm so grateful and fortunate that we are able to do things like this, but they can be a little bit run of the mill. Like the main dish of the duck that we had, when I read it on the menu, I was like, I think I know exactly how this is going to turn out. It's going to be very much like duck breast, blackberry puree and a lovely sauce, which is great and delicious. It's always going to be absolutely beautiful. However, I kind of want, when I'm paying that amount of money, to be mind blown, to have something that I've never really experienced before. We went to a place a couple of years ago called Ossip in Bruton, and we had there one of the best mouthfuls that I've ever had, and I actually replicate it now every single Christmas, where their cheese course was a bit of malt loaf with a bit of brie on top, some, I think it was truffle honey or it was just normal honey, and some flaky salt. Super simple. I now do that with like Serene, Camembert every single Christmas. It is my go-to canapé, and that mouthful just blew my mind. It was such an interesting take on a cheese course, and I think when I go to a place like that, that's kind of what I, as someone who really loves food and developing recipes, that's what I personally want. I want to have that dish, but like something a little bit more interesting, different. How are you being more innovative with that, and how are you warranting that really expensive price point? And I'm really glad that the desserts did that for me, because if there wasn't that, I would have absolutely loved the meal, would recommend 100%, but I think I would have walked away going a bit like, yeah, it was all nice, but nothing blew my mind.
I would say that there are different kinds of Michelin star restaurants. There are hundreds of Michelin star restaurants. Some people do it like how you're talking about Ossip do it. These guys, it's very classical, very French, but super local food. They're super holistic in the way that they grow things and source things. They don't have any plastic in the restaurant, all that kind of stuff. The subtlety, the way that they create their flavors, that is super good cooking. That is crazy good. There's no way that I'd be able to recreate that stuff. So you've got to think it's good for this and not want that other stuff in certain restaurants.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's a fair point. And it was absolutely incredible. Like stunning ingredients. Everything was just cooked to perfection, balanced incredibly well. Great service. Again, the vibe situation for me was a tiny bit to the viewpoint that we were at. I was just looking straight at the bar area and it felt a little bit pubby for me, and I just think when you are paying that price point as well, does the setting need to be a little bit more elevated? I don't know, like it was a little bit relaxed. Is that a good thing? Do you want to have Michelin star food in a slightly more relaxed atmosphere? Obviously you don't want it to be too stuffy. They really reduced the requirements that are needed to get a Michelin star these days. Like, you used to have a tablecloth and be really, not uptight, but the service used to be really like up there in a way that kind of used to be uncomfortable. But they've really relaxed that, in that when you get a Michelin star now, you don't have to have tablecloths, and the service can be a tiny bit more relaxed, which is nice. But then I do also think at times that can be a bad thing, because if you're paying a certain price point, maybe you want to have a little bit more of a special touch and not feel like you're in your local pub at the same time. It's a really fine line with settings of places, but food, incredible, really recommend, beautiful place. I would absolutely recommend. But Ballydehob so far is just great. Native is just the best place to stay at. Loving it so much. Look at this. This is the whole setup. Campfire here, tent here. I think this is where we're going to be eating as well. You can see here we've got all these like rakes and bits here, so I'm guessing that's where we're going to start doing things. Look how cute. It's really cute. I'm going to get myself a little coffee. Hey, how you doing?
James, nice to
Hey
see
James.
What's your name?
I'm Hope. Lovely to see you. Got a little coffee?
I think we just get cracking, because it's all about tides, and the tides are awesome at the moment. When you get the spring tides, which is, without getting into it too much, you get this gravitational pull of the moon and the sun. I'll have to think, yeah, it's where the word lunacy comes from as well, is the water in our brains gets affected by the gravitational pull of the moon. Like, you know, tides are absolutely bananas. The point of today is not too much chatter, but more just trying to actually get stuck into the actual activity of cockling and knowing when to go and how to do it safely. When you get the spring tides, the really big ones, they reveal more awesome stuff. These are some fish that I smoked in the sand on the beach at Trellis Bean a week ago. This is haddock from Glenmar in Union Hall.
This is so brilliant, so much fun. I'm going to see if I can get some more footage for you guys. I've done a few bits for TikTok. I'm going to post a video on that. Let me show the haul that we've got so far. We have all of these razor clams, and then these are the cockles here. Cockles are definitely easier to get than the razor clams. Lawrence is just doing some cockling now, I'll show you. It's so simple, you literally just rake the sand, and we're told to rake it in a little bit of water rather than sandy bits, because it makes it easy. You can work with the sand. Oh, is that one there? No. I say it's really easy, and then we don't find any on the first go. Doing this one-handed is interesting. Is that one? Oh yeah, there you go. There's one right there. Maybe Lawrence isn't just as good as I am. Let's see if I can find you guys where a razor clam is, because those are so fun. I think this might be one here, but this looks like it could be one. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Yeah, hold on. I think this is it. Yeah. You'll see it pop up, and then you don't take the first bit that comes out, because it's a sacrificial piece that if birds were supposed to be like coming and getting it, it's when the shell pops up that you should get it. Okay, come on. Yes. Yes, so there you go, it popped out. But you don't take that bit, because that's the sacrificial bit, and then you grab that bit. Look at that. There's a razor clam. So cool. Fire going now, heating up some bread, putting it in the fat. This is the chowder. It's just like milk and onions and butter and potatoes, right? Say just. Just simple, beautiful ingredients. Let's go grab some bread. That looks beautiful. So let's get a nice slice. So we'll just put that on a stick, give it a toast, then put it into the fat there. That is the best mouthful. Unfortunately, it's better than the Michelin star dinner that we had last night. It's so good. Got a bit of cheese on it as well. Got the cockles on. This is our chowder here, which is delicious. You know, like when milk is just almost like cream. This is essentially the situation here. See if we can get some good bits with bits of fish in there. We're using a little like clamshell as a spoon as well. It's just been absolutely brilliant. It's not like super cheap, it's like £275 together for it. We've been here from 11 AM until, what's the time now? Nearly 3. It's a full day of doing stuff, and you get to learn a lot of things. It isn't cheap, but I would say this has just been the best part of the trip. This for me, better than spending like 400 quid on the Michelin star meal last night. Really, really beautiful. And the guy that runs this, Max, he also does this thing in Italy, isn't it? where you take the cows from when they're held for winter through to their grazing land up in the mountains. And that's in like late May, and we were considering doing it, and we weren't too sure because it's like a 12-hour hike through the middle of the night. But apparently, so we're just speaking with Max now because he's the one that runs it, and he's like, it's really chill. We just like stop and have wine and beer. It's now convinced us, right?
I want to do it.
I think we're going to get back to the hotel and book it. I'll link that below. Max was actually saying that he's going to be putting the prices up for it soon. It's not cheap, but also Max was just saying there that he doesn't actually make a huge amount from it. It's a passion project rather than anything. There's a lot of organisation involved. So it's sometimes easy to see the price of these things and think, whoa, that's really expensive. And it is. Like, I'm fully aware that we're in a very privileged position to do the things that we do and spend the money that we spend on things. We're not big like designer bag or car people. We were lucky in that we bought our house a while ago and did all the renovations that we wanted to do with it, and we got married like 7 years ago. So for us, we don't ever have really big expenditures, and we spend our disposable income on experiences like this because that's what we enjoy. But I'm still super aware that that's not possible to so many people. However, if you're like us and you do want to do something like this, would 100% recommend this. Also, like, if you do it, we'll be there. You'll get to like spend time with Lawrence and I, and we're a hoot. What a treat. We'll be able to like do a 12-hour hike in the middle of the night with cows. Like, you literally, he says that you don't get designated a cow, but maybe you do. So you can spend time with us. That'd be fun. Like, bread buddies. We'll be able to see you in real life if you join us. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. We have come to a farmer's market in Skull. Yesterday we pretty much took it easy after our day of doing like cockling and finding the razor clams. We went back to the hotel. We were going to do a sauna, but we couldn't get the sauna to work, and it turns out that we had to turn a knob that wasn't turned. Whatever, we're going to do sauna later on, and I'll show you guys that area of the native cabins that we were in. Yeah, so we went into town. We just went to one of the local pubs, had a couple of drinks there, then just did a little bit of a spread in our little veranda bit of our hotel room with some cured meats, some cheeses, a little bit of sourdough, a little glass of wine, and went to bed relatively early. So it's really nice and calming. I feel like you're coming here and, yeah, okay, you're going to eat at some amazing places and do some amazing things, but evenings are really slow, which is really nice. Just local pubs, really friendly atmospheres, things like that. And this is the farmer's market that we're at now. It's like a 9-minute drive from where we are in Ballydehob. We always love a good farmer's market. Lawrence is currently having a chat with this woman on the plant stand. Even though we can't bring anything home, I think he's just asking lots of questions about what he can plant and stuff. He's really into the garden, and I think he wants some new plants to go in our like rock garden bit down the side of the garden. I don't think I've ever given you guys a garden tour, actually. We've done a house tour before, but a garden tour was needed. Maybe we'll start doing some stuff, because now that I'm full-time doing this, I also have more time to pick back up the things that really brought me joy that it fell by the wayside. And going to the gym is one of them. I'm back and doing that, which I feel really happy about doing. But also gardening is something that I did not have the time to do, and Lawrence kind of did all of it, and now he doesn't really have the time to do it. So gardening, we're going to pick that back up again. I'll show you about how I'm going to prep our whole garden, because some of it's nice. Like the bit that you can see straight up from our bifold doors looks good, but there's definite improvements that need to be done. The glass house is a bit of a mess at the moment. The orchard where the chickens are, complete mess. So maybe over the next few autumny vlogs we can do a tearing down the garden for like a winter pack down and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I think he's having a chat because he wants to see what kind of stuff can be added into our garden that's low maintenance and going to grow relatively well in the habitat that we've got. What were you asking?
I want a few more. Well, we've seen the yellow flowers around in the heather and gorse and stuff, and I was wondering whether one of them was a yellow flower, and then I said I kind of want a few more hardy yellow flowers for the garden.
The alpine area?
Yeah.
Told you guys, that's what I was asking. That was a teeny tiny farmer's market. Nice like cheese stand, a few food stand bits, coffee little stand. You only need about 20 minutes there? 15 minutes? Not long is needed for that one. So we're going to now head over to Baltimore, where we've got lunch booked. We're going to another Michelin star place. Really excited for this one because some people that are staying in the same hotel as us, they went there yesterday and they said it was brilliant. So it should be a really good one. a little Michelin star plaque here. We've got the 2 stars at the top. Hey, how you doing? I can't remember the name of these. Tartar.
With a celeriac potato, hazelnuts from Turkey and a lemon gel. Some radishes from his garden.
This was the stuffed onion, right?
Yeah.
With the smoked yogurt. I can't remember what it was stuffed with. Do you remember what it was stuffed
Rice.
with? Rice, okay. And then this is a kofta with a lettuce meringue. They look so beautiful. Got a lovely little spot here in the sun.
It's great.
It's great. Really lovely spot. Course 2, this is oyster chowder with a sweet corn velouté and like chili oil on it. So there's like brown crab meat there. A little bit of chili oil there as well. Right, next course. This sounds incredible. So we've got like a lamb ragu, some sort of foam. There's a gnocchi-esque dumpling here. This is a Turkish one called manti.
Yeah.
manti, and then crispy chicken skin and chili oil as well, a little bit of saffron on top. This looks so beautiful. I'm already calling it that, like, if you're wanting to experience a Michelin star restaurant, but maybe you don't like classic food. So we went to Le Manoir a few weeks ago that you came with us with, and that was all so beautiful but very delicate. But if you're after maybe a Michelin star experience that's a little bit punchier in flavours, so far this is like delivering that for me. And Lawrence and I are quite flavourful people. We love like flavour, and we appreciate the delicacy of classic French cooking and things like that, but sometimes it's really fun to experience it on a different level.
Different stuff that you've not had before.
Yeah, it makes me think, like, I wonder, like, we're planning on doing travelling to Southeast Asia in January, February, and it makes me think there must be some really good Asian Michelin star restaurants that could be quite interesting to go to. So I've only ever really experienced Michelin star restaurants as like Western European.
A few in Bangkok.
Is there a few in Bangkok?
Oddly, the best restaurants in Bangkok are not Thai restaurants.
Oh, they're not?
Yeah.
I'd love to do a Michelin star, like Asian Michelin star, because that is like what my palate always craves and wants, and I'm kind of getting it here with like the flavours and the spices that are happening. Really good. Okay, we saw our table next to us get this, and I think this was the one I was most excited for. This is poğaça, which is a Turkish laminated breakfast bread. Sesame seeds, brown butter on it. We have a sun-dried tomato with olive oil and then a red pepper butter there. More things have been added to this. So, right, this is that bread there. Here we have a carrot and celeriac salad at the bottom, mozzarella foam, tomato sorbet with tomato like powder, and then tomatoes around the edge with loads of different herbs from the garden, and then
tomatoes underneath as well.
Oh, there's raspberries underneath? Okay. And there's a tomato water here too. And we've also been given this little canapé, which is a take on Turkish street food. Do you remember anything about that one?
It's like a fried bread.
Fried bread.
Plums, tomatoes, green peppers with a dill flour and a porridge flour on top.
There you go, well done.
Oh, and some
and some olive.
Like tapenade type thing.
Yeah. How beautiful is that? This course here, wow, look how beautiful these look. So we have cod with barbecued mussels, a courgette puree, I think.
Smoked vine leaves puree.
Smoked vine leaves puree. Some other really good stuff going on here.
Hollandaise, rice underneath the olive puree, puffed rice.
Oh, this is absolutely brilliant. So this is our meat course. We've got like 2 different beef blends there. We have a frika risotto and then sour cherry puree, yogurt and red pepper, fermented red pepper. I really can't remember some of this stuff. And then we have a Asian inspired, like a gyoza inspired dumpling, and there's like kimchi glaze on that and
beef in it.
Stuff in it. How stunning. And we've also got really beautiful chilled red here. This is really great. Like, and actually Lawrence and I have decided that, well, I've decided for us. I really like doing these kind of Michelin star meals for a lunch. It's so much more relaxed, feels a little bit less stuffy. You're not like getting, like, I get really tired. I want to be in bed by 9, you know? So for me, I'm loving this. This is great. And we're out in this beautiful little courtyard with sunshine. Yeah. As a pastry lover, this is just stunning. So we have a pastry with a diplomat cream, a caramelised apple, brown butter sauce with hazelnuts. Oh yeah.
Golden hazelnut.
Golden hazelnuts.
There was a vanilla cream,
Diplomat.
creme anglaise and a vanilla diplomat.
Oh, okay, so you got the creme anglaise here, and then the diplomat is this one here. Diplomat is kind of like a thicker custard, and a creme anglaise is essentially a custard just a little bit thinner. And then you've got a sea salt and vanilla ice cream with shaved hazelnuts and I think caramelised apples on the bottom as well. A work of art. This is just stunning. These are the petit fours. This is our final course here. We have a lemon verbena and saffron ice cream with peach gel. This is Turkish delight blood orange with a sour jelly gel or something? Pomegranate gel. And then this is a carrot and cookie chocolate mousse.
Yeah, cherry
gel and coconut crispy. I like that she said coconut crispy. Coconut crispy. Good morning, guys. It is our final day here in Cork. It's so relaxing and I can totally understand the hype around Ireland. I think it's more the people. The people here are so incredible, so friendly. Everyone's so proud of where they're from, being Irish, and just everything here is just so chill, so nice. Last night we kind of did a similar thing to the night before. We took it really easy. We had a sauna here. I'm about to go out for breakfast actually, and I'll show you what the breakfast setup is because it's a really simple continental spread that they put on, but just really nice, fresh, local, simple ingredients, done really well. So we're gonna have some breakfast in a second and I'll show you the little sauna area. I've enjoyed staying here so much. If you're the type of person who really wants to, connect with nature, have a slow-paced holiday, it's a B&B, so there's no dinner or anything like that, but they are building some cabins that have little induction hobs and stuff in them. So if you want to cook your own food, you could definitely do that. It was nice having a few little picky bits, but we had preempted that and bought a few things from various shops when we were out and about before we even got here, and we just thought we'll probably want a few little bits of charcuterie, some bread, some crisps, and those kind of things to be able to have with a glass of wine. And they have a really good honesty bar here as well, so you can have a really gorgeous bottle of wine with all those kind of little bits that you've collected from various different food stands and supermarkets and local places around the area. I do think I'll come back here, especially with the seed picking course. The guy that runs those, he also does other ones like milk making? No, you don't make milk, you just milk a cow. I don't know what the other ones he does are. Lawrence mentioned that he does a butter making class, which I think would be fascinating to do. So I do think I'd like to come back here, especially when their cabins are finalised and built, because then we'll be able to just cook some really beautiful, simple dinners whilst we stay here, because the town's really lovely for going to local pubs, but there's nowhere besides the Michelin star restaurant that we went to, there's nowhere really to have a really good meal. I haven't said that. There's an Italian in the town. We didn't try it. It could have been absolutely beautiful. But I do think if I was to return here, I personally would do it as kind of like a self-catering holiday. But I would highly recommend. It's been a really beautiful, peaceful stay, and so happy that Lawrence found this one. It's been really, really good. So yeah, last night we literally just had a sauna. We put the fire pit on. We played, there's a game that I'll show you, there's a game that they have here. My hair is not, maybe I'll just put my cap on today because my hair is not really working. But there's a game that they have here in their living area. That's actually something that I did give feedback on to Dede, the person who owns this place. I was like, maybe you could put a few things like a Scrabble, because she doesn't want to have Trivial Pursuit and stuff on in the living room, which is fair enough. You want to have some beautiful things. When a place as curated and beautiful as this, you don't want to have a Trivial Pursuit just in the living space. But I was like, oh, you could have things like backgammon, chess, a vintage Scrabble set would be really cool, things like that. I would really love to have played Scrabble last night with Lawrence. That's kind of our long form game of choice. We always have a pack of cards with us, and there's a few other ones that we really love actually. I think I've talked about them on here before. There's one called Patchwork that it's one of our go-to two-person games that we always take, but it's in a box and it's a bit annoying and clunky to have to bring around with us. So we always tend to, whenever we can, take Patchwork. Sky Joe and Quirkle Rummy are also ones that we really, really love. There's another one that Anna Newton plays that I've bought that I haven't actually played yet, and I can't even remember the name of it, but I want to try that one and see, because holidays like this are just, for me, you do some really beautiful things during the day. You can go on some amazing walks and you can go to some great pubs, but the evenings are kind of like yours. They're not really to go out to restaurants, and I quite like that. It's a little bit slower paced, a little bit more relaxed, which is really good. So yeah, we had a sauna, we played some games, we put on a little charcuterie board, and we were in bed by 9:30, which is the way I like it. I was very happy and content to be tucked up in bed and fully rested for today, because what we're going to do today is we're going to take a little drive to one of the towns that's slightly bigger. There's a supermarket there, so we're going to have a look at the Irish supermarket. A few like landmark things that Lawrence has saved that we're going to go check out on our way to a walking loop, and then essentially just make our way back and fly home. So it'll be a really easy final day here in Cork. It's been great, really, really love it. If there's anywhere else in Ireland that you've been that you really recommend, I'd love to hear it, like especially places like this Native Cabins. I don't necessarily mind about there being fancy restaurants and trendy restaurants to go to. Trendy? Who says trendy? But like cool restaurants to go to. I'm not necessarily fussed about that. I do like to stay in a cool or like interesting different place. But the actual day-to-days, I am so happy going on walks, going to little farm shops and getting things, cooking my own food. So if there's anywhere that you recommend that does that, that has some beautiful like walking landscapes, and also like cockling. I really like the idea of going cockling now. Could you imagine like coming back here? That's a good idea. Coming back here, but having one of the cabins, going cockling during the day to that beach that we went to. I'll put the name of what that is down in the description below. And getting a load of cockles and razor clams, bring them back here and making like a delicious vongole with a bottle of their lovely like white wine that they've got in their honesty bar. That for me, beautiful, like that'd be like perfect day out for me. So yeah, if you know anywhere in Ireland that has some nice walking routes, maybe some good locations to be able to go cockling and find some razor clams, let me know, because I really want to come back and have some more like slow paced holidays, you know. I'm gonna pack up and have some breakfast. I'll show you the whole area outside there. I don't know if I've shown you that, like what the living space looks like, but we'll go out there and I'll show you what that looks like. This is outside our room. I love that you've got all these little slippers that you can just help yourself to, which is really nice. Here, so this is like the living space area, nice little sofa there, those are little books. And this is where we've got breakfast set up over here. I'll show you that in a second, but let me show you the sauna area first, because this is so nice. Okay, so out here, just how nice is this? These guys just know 100% what to do. Little toilet here, which is also lovely. Done so well. Got a little like mirror here. Beautiful products. You've got Heckles and Aesop there. Like a very good toilet. This is like just an all and outside toilet. Lovely. And then this is where Lawrence and I sat last night. We had that fire going. Played a little game there. It was really lovely. Plunge pool there. And a plunge pool here too. Also a shower if you'd just rather have a shower after the sauna. And it's so sweet. When we came for our sauna last night, Dede had done like a little like couple of glasses here, a bottle of water. There are a couple of different towels, so we didn't have to use the towels that are in our room, which is great. And the room has these really lovely like Japanese kimono robes as well, so that's really good. They're just beautiful things all dotted around. We have some Aesop incense sticks that you can burn both in the sauna and outside if you want that. And then some of this like beautiful rose water facial like toner spray that you can spray before you go into the sauna. And then this is the sauna. Like perfect. So Lawrence and I were just like lying there. Dede's also put out all of these beautiful little oils that you can throw that you can go onto the stones, and the fragrance smells there. And the good thing as well is that you can just turn it on here. So it's literally this switch here that you just flip like this way. You just turn it like that. And as long as these dials here are all like turned up, so like they need to be like on max and 4 or whatever, you can have a sauna. Because Dede, who owns this place, she's not here all the time. She'll be here for breakfast, and she's normally here depending on if people are coming in and checking out until around 4 p.m. But then she like leaves for the day, because this is not where they live either. So you could have a midnight sauna and plunge pool if you wanted, and it'd be completely private. And because it is currently, I think it's currently 3 bedrooms, so I think there's 2 bedrooms upstairs because there were a couple of guests, like 2 couples there at breakfast yesterday, and mine and Lawrence's room. So I think there's 3 bedrooms currently in the house, and Lawrence and I were the only people, so we're able to do like naked sauna, which is always quite fun and nice. But also Dede does say she tries to do it so that you're the only ones in the sauna. So if there were other guests staying, she says, oh, just like give me a heads up if you want to go in and I can make sure that no one else is in there. And I just think this would be such a beautiful place to come with a bunch of friends as well, actually. Like to hire out all 3 rooms would be really good, and such a good value price as well. Even with all those cabins as well when they're all done, that would be such a nice thing to do. Oh, look at this. That fig.
That is a fig from my neighbour.
No. Oh, I love it. And then we've got some homemade granola. We've got some yellow raspberry jam. I don't think I've ever seen a yellow raspberry.
Neither had I got it in the market.
Brilliant. How cute. So because it's only us, she's made us a lovely omelette. Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's really interesting.
What did she say was on it again?
Basil, some kind of local cheese, there's dukkha and Palestinian sumac.
Yum. Oh, and that was the game that we were playing last night. Chateau. It was a good game. If you ever see it in a charity shop, pick it up. It's fun. Right, this is one of the landmarks that Lawrence wanted to come to. James Terrell's Sky Garden at the Lizard Estate. We were told by the people at our hotel that you had to go into the hotel, buy a coffee, and then they give you a code for the gate to get into this bit here. But we just walked in. It's fine. Apparently you're supposed to do what Lawrence is doing now.
Right.
Okay. Oh, it's very bright.
It's really bright.
I feel like I'm on a tombstone. We've driven to a place called Towhead where you can do like a couple of options of a walk. We're going to probably do the shorter one. It's like a little loop of this tiny little bit that comes off the island. It's nice, little downhill, uphill, undulating, you get to see the sea. Loads of blackberries around as well, so every now and then we're just picking a load and having a little blackberry snack, which is nice. A snackberry. And through this gap we've got the sea coming through there. Very nice and peaceful. I think the loop that we're doing, yeah, so you can do like either a 2-hour 45-minute loop, but I think we're going to do like a smaller one that will take around 45 minutes or so. Just nice to get some steps in. We're walkers now after 3 peaks, aren't we?
Yeah.
We need to get some like proper hiking gear. I have been like, since 3 peaks I've been getting loads of targeted ads for like things like hiking shorts, and there's this crossbody bag that I've been targeted ad for where it's got like a rope on it, but it's really cool. Like it looks really nice. It's like a little satchel bag and loads of compartments in it, carabiners off of it. So I'll probably end up buying that if I get another targeted ad for it anytime soon. What's the brand as well? Columbia and Patagonia. I do really actually want to get a pair of, for holidays like this, a pair of more like weatherproof shorts that have the buckle on the waist. I think Columbia do a pair.
Columbia do really nice trainers as well.
Do they? Columbia's brand's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, Columbia and Patagonia, they're outdoors brands, but they're very much like fashion forward outdoors brands, aren't they?
Nice fleeces and stuff.
Yeah.
So when we were driving to get to the coffee shop that we were going to go to, we saw that there was the Black Pudding Visitor Centre, and Lawrence and I were like, well, we'll have to go in there, we've got time to do this, let's go in there. So we drove back, we've come in, and there's like a guided tour that you can do. It was quite a good little tour, wasn't it? There's like loads of little 10 shop fronts, things like that. Then what you get with it is this. So we've got some of their bacon, sausages, this was the veggie one, right? White pudding, black pudding, and I've got a cup of tea here. What do you think about this?
All right, yeah, it'll do us.
We're not expecting this. Just so random. Like, I do feel like sometimes when you've got, cause our flight back is like at 8:45, so we do feel a little bit right now that we're just trying to fill and kill time because the weather's taken a turn and the walk that we were going to do was a bit shorter than we thought we would do. So this is a reminder for us to always like book the 4 p.m. flight, not the 8 p.m. flight. But I'm quite happy about the fact that we've accidentally stumbled across the Black Pudding Visitor Centre and we've learned all about the history of black pudding and we're now going to eat some. Exciting. So this here is the little museum. You go around here There's like all these like setups as well. Actually done really well. And there's like pretend shop fronts, a little butchers here. Coming here definitely wasn't on mine and Lawrence's agenda or bingo card. But if you're going past it, we've got one more stop before we go to the airport, and there's this thing called the Kissing Stone.
Blarney Stone is
Blarney.
very famous.
Oh, it's very, very famous. The Blarney Stone, where you're supposed to hang out of a window of a
It's not a window.
a gap in a
Like ramparts
ramparts. What's that, like a fort?
at the top of a castle.
Top of a castle, and you're supposed to kiss a stone. But I keep on saying to Lawrence incorrectly, but I keep on repeating it just to annoy him. I keep on going, oh, it's the licking stone, you have to go lick your stone. Let's go lick your stone. He's getting a little bit annoyed about it. So we're gonna go lick a stone now. We didn't realise there'd be €23 each to get in, so we're going to make the most of this. We have time to kill.
We've got loads of time.
We've got loads of time, so it's like gardens as well. Oh, look at this lovely little river. It's nice, isn't it? So we're going to go to this little castle bit there. This on a nice sunny summer's day would be a glorious little day out. Okay, so this is the situ here. Let me zoom in for you guys. So you like lie on that little bit there and go upside down and kiss the stone through the little hole. I think in the real like height of the day and summer, there'd be a really long queue for this. There was a bit at the bottom of the castle where it said the queue from this point is 60 minutes, like they do at Disney, where it's like from here it's gonna be this, here from here. I think actually we accidentally came at a really good time, it being later in the day and it being a rainy day as well. It's probably, pun intended, a perfect storm, you know. Where is it? Oh, like it's this? Oh my god, my bum's gonna come off. My bum was literally almost slipping off the edge there. These bits here, like a Disney sign where it says like 60 minutes from that bit there. So there you go. Gift of the gab is apparently what you get from kissing the stone. Not that either Lawrence and I need that. But that's it for Cork. We're going to have a wander around the rest of the gardens here. There's a jungle and a fern garden. We love a fern and we love a jungle, so we're going to have a look around those. Then head to the airport, and that's it for Cork. Thank you so much for joining on another vlog. Hopefully you liked this one. So many good things on this little trip, and if you have any recommendations of places in Ireland or places in Cork, put them in the comments as well, because anyone else that watches this might be able to add them to their list too. Hope you have a beautiful week, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!